Hello and welcome back to day number 43 of my road to 200 kilogram total. Now for today, again, just like any other first day of the week, of the training week for the sessions, it's going to be a snatch plus clean and jerk plus back squat. So what I'm noticing in terms of how the week, especially this second month, majority of the times it's just going to be the hardest part of the sets are actually the back squat. So I think I'm going to a more strength phase for the back squats, because obviously you can't lift as heavy if your back squat isn't that high, or if your absolute strength isn't that high to begin with. So which is why I had that 125 for a supposed 5x5 last week. And for today, keeping with the 125 kilo back squat, but then lowering the reps, lowering the volume, so it's just going to be a 3x3. And at the end of the week, I'm supposedly going to do a 130, so that should be fun. So anyways, starting off the day, pretty carved up. I had 2 bananas before this session so that, you need your carbs to perform well. So first part of my workouts, usually some banded activation work. Actually, it's mobility, but again, I don't film that anymore because it would be way too long. It's like 5 to 10 minutes of just mobility work. So I start the videos with the banded activations, followed by a bar warm-up. So just more mobility work for the shoulders, for the hips. Basically, this is just, you want to be able to practice the full ranges of motion, especially with Olympic lifting, wherein you have to be mobile, you have to be both mobile and stable. So that's the purpose of these, that's the purpose of my warm-ups. Anyways, some back squats, followed by my favorite behind the neck presses. Really helps me to feel the lockout for not just in the snatch and in regard to the arms, but for basically that overhead position where you want your back to be pinched together. That's a layman's term for it. But yeah, you need that locked overhead position, because when your positions are locked, think of it it's like a kinetic chain. That's what we call it in the field of sports sci, or for the kinesiologists out there. Yeah, it's called the kinetic chain. If there's even one chain that's weak, there's going to be a leakage of power output, so you don't want that. Anyways, that's it for the bar warm-up. Now headed to my snatch warm-up. For the snatches, Fitz has told me that I'm more or less improving a lot in terms of the technique for my snatch, so we're now focusing a lot more of our efforts into the clean and jerk, because I have a tendency, again, which I know to myself, that I rely too much on the extension and the height and gaining height on the bar rather than the speed under, which I always thought you needed. The speed under was important for the snatch, like more so than the clean and jerk, but Fitz has told me that I need to be more active with the pull under as well for the clean and jerk. So he told me to look up Anton Plienoi, even though huge fan of Plienoi anyway, and I could see what he meant by he told me not to cut the extension too much, just a little bit, so that I can focus more on that pull under, because when I rewatched Owen's technique breakdown of Anton Plienoi, wherein in theory, the more you can pull the bar to just a certain height and focus more on the speed under the bar, just to catch it in that deep squat position, then you don't have to use that much energy, so you're more efficient, and you can theoretically, the quote unquote theoretically, go heavier and heavier and heavier, because you're only pulling up to that certain extent, and you just have that speed under the bar to just catch it anyway, and you have the strength to stand it back up, which is this heavily favors people who are faster under the bar rather than, the like typically the Chinese lifters, you'd see them just, the example, Shi Young, who just powers everything. But an outlier, not really much of an outlier, but another person who is similar in aspect to Plienoi of cutting the extension short to favor a faster pull under would be Lu Xiaojun, the GOAT. Although he extends with his hips and knees, he actually doesn't extend with the ankles during the clean. Well, enough about that technique analysis, or whatever you call it. I'm not an expert by any means. So going on to my snatch doubles. Now for the snatch doubles, I wasn't feeling particularly good with the snatch. They felt light, but the thing is, the technique, I think, wasn't there that much today. So that was kind of disappointing. Like, yeah, a bit more jump forwardy than I would like. But then again, I'm still keeping the toes, the whole foot pretty much flat. Alright, that second set was kind of rough. It was the lightest of the sets, but it didn't have that, that oomph, that explosiveness that I wanted. So I wanted that. I needed to make it more snappy in the third. Boom, there we go. Yeah, the receiving wasn't... Oh, right, the receiving was the pretty bad part. Now, here, clean and jerk, as you can see, I'm not using a lot of ankle extension during the clean. Let's watch it again, second set of that. Boom, yeah, just really focusing on not diving under. If you want to see diving under the bar, then the Iranians are immensely talented at that. They will just load anything and just dive under the bar with such ferocity. Jerks actually felt pretty good also. Alright. So the jumps for the clean and jerk, I know I can make pretty big jumps, especially when I saw that it's only work up to a single at 77.5 kilograms. So really focusing a lot more on just owning every position. So here we go. Let's see how I do. Oh, by the way, I also widened my hand position, which helped a lot. It's literally just less than an inch of a difference, but still helped. Boom. Catching it at parallel, so I'm still pulling it high, but then again, I then know that I am definitely pulling higher on that bar and being more active during the pull under. Right, now for the back squats, again, I just set a new personal record for my 5RM, which was 125 kilos. So for day, it was also going to be 125 kilos, but for a 3x3, so definitely a lot less volume than that. And one thing you'll notice is that I added the 5s. No, not the 5s, 2.5s at the end of each warm-up, because I also wanted to, I can't just keep the warm-ups the same and then hope for the best during the heavy sets. Now I have to also increase the weight for I also have to increase the weight for the warm-ups. And wow, yeah, actually the back squats were feeling pretty good. Felt pretty strong today. I think it's the 2 bananas, but yeah. If you're ever in doubt if I'm natty or not, then just take a look at my lifts. I'm weak as shit. And if you ask me if I want to try, I want to be clean. I could, but no, I just don't want to. I don't want to put my body through that. Okay. Yep, definitely you utilized more of the bounce on that one, but I'm actually far more comfortable utilizing the bounce for lower reps like that. Alright, now these are still pretty evil. The evil wheels. Yup. And that's actually caps off today's workout. So this was a 6x10 plus 15 for Russian twists. Right, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe for more and see you in the next one.